Hello everybody, Terry back in another video. Alright guys, today's video is going to be about a topic that I wanted to do a long time ago. A topic that many fans, especially the big three fans, we all know, Federer fans, Nadal fans, Djokovic fans, they talk about this a lot. And I always want to do videos that are interesting and that are that people talk a lot about that. And this video and this topic is exactly that kind of video. I've heard that the competition is much harder on hard court than it is on clay. And that's why Nadal has been more successful on clay than what Djokovic has been on hard court and Federer has been on hard court. Alright. Do I agree about this or not? Alright baby, let's get into this because I don't have very long time because I'm at work. I have 10 minutes. So I will try to do a video for 10 minutes. I cannot do that long. I cannot do longer than that. Alright, if we look at Federer's result, he has won 11 hard court Grand Slams. Alright? 5 US Opens, 6 Australian Opens. Federer is one of the greatest hard court players of all time, for sure. Federer and Djokovic are the two greatest hard court players of all time. But Djokovic is number one, according to me. He's the greatest hard court player of all time. Without any shadow of a doubt, Federer is second behind. Federer has won 11 hard court Grand Slams, like I said. 5 US Open, 6 Australian Opens. If you look these 11 Grand Slam titles that Federer has won on hard court, I'm talking about, he has only won 2 finals when he has defeated Nadal and Djokovic. Only 2. 2007 US Open final when he defeated Djokovic, a 20 years old Novak Djokovic back then. By the way, the only Grand Slam final that Federer has defeated Novak Djokovic in. Never defeated him ever again in a Grand Slam final, Federer. And then 10 years later, baby, in 2017, Federer defeats Rafael Nadal at Australian Open 2017. Out of Federer's 11 hardcore Grand Slams, Federer has gone through his top 2 chief rivals, Nadal and Djokovic, in only 2 of these 11 hardcore finals. I'm talking about now only finals, right? I'm not going into semifinals because he has defeated them in semifinals, and then went on to win the title. Especially Djokovic has done that in a couple of occasions, both in at US Open. He has done at least once. Federer defeated Novak Djokovic in 2008 US Open semi-final, and then defeats Andy Murray in 2008 US Open final. So now I'm talking about only finals. Alright, let's talk about Djokovic now, alright? Djokovic, who is the greatest hardcore player of all time, according to me. I believe that according to many around the world. He has won 14 hardcore Grand Slam titles. 3 more than Federer. 10 Australian Opens, 4 US Opens. Let's dig into how many times did he defeat Federer and Nadal in finals out of his 14 hardcore Grand Slam titles that Novak Djokovic has. If I'm not mistaken, he has defeated Nadal at the US Open finals, Novak Djokovic once, which was in 2011. And Federer once, which was in 2015, US Open finals. Out of Novak's 4 US Open titles that he has. So there we have 2 titles where Djokovic has won, where he has defeated Nadal and Federer in finals. 2011 he defeats Nadal at the US Open final, and 2015 he defeats Federer at the US Open final. Now we go on and count the Australian Open titles, which is 10 that Djokovic has. How many times he has defeated Federer and Nadal in those finals? Federer has never faced in Australian Open final Novak Djokovic. So with that, we threw that out of the window immediately. Nadal he has faced 2 times at Australian Open finals. 2012, the longest Grand Slam final ever with 5 hours and 53 minutes, which Djokovic won in epic 5-set battle. One of the best tennis matches ever, if not the best tennis match ever. 2012. And then 7 years later, 2019, Novak Djokovic once again defeats Rafael Nadal at the Australian Open final, but this time it was one-way traffic. He more or less gave Nadal a beatdown and won in straight sets. So Djokovic, out of Novak's 14 hardcourt Grand Slam titles that he has, 10 at the Australian Open, 4 at US Open, he has won against two of his biggest rivals, Federer and Nadal, 4 times. 2 times at US Open, 1 time against Federer and 1 time against Nadal at US Open, and 2 times at Australian Open. Both of those 2 times at Australian Open was against Nadal. Alright? Federer defeats his top 2 chief rivals out of his 11 hardcourt Grand Slam titles that Federer has, only 2 times. Which I mentioned in the beginning of this video. Djokovic, 4 times out of his 14 hardcourt Grand Slam titles. Alright? Now let's go and watch Rafael Nadal's. Rafael Nadal has won 14 French Open titles. Alright? 14. Like we all know. He has defeated Federer in 4 French Open finals. And he has defeated Novak Djokovic in 3 French Open finals. So out of Rafael Nadal's 14 French Open titles, he has defeated his top 2 chief rivals, Federer and Djokovic, in 7 out of his 14 French Open titles. Which makes that to 50%. Out of Rafael Nadal's 14 French Open titles, I am repeating myself, my tennis friends all around the world, he has been forced to go through Djokovic and Federer in 7 of these occasions. 4 times Federer, 2006, 2007, 2008, and 2011. Won all those 4 finals against Roger Federer in those 4 French Open finals, and 3 times against Novak Djokovic, 2012, 2014, and 2020. Won, of course, all of those 3 French Open finals against Novak Djokovic. That makes it to 7 times where Nadal has won out of his 14 French Open titles against his top chief rivals. Compare that with Federer in 2 Grand Slam tournaments, US Open and Australian Open, which are both of them are hardcourt Grand Slam tournaments. He only was forced to go through his top 2 chief rivals, Nadal and Djokovic, in only 2 times. Djokovic, who is the greatest hardcourt player of all time, without any shadow of a doubt, out of his 14 hardcourt Grand Slam titles, 10 Australian Open and 4 US Opens, he only was forced to go through 2 of his top chief rivals, Federer and Nadal, 4 times. Nadal, he has done it out of his 14 French Open titles. He has gone through his top 2 chief rivals bloody impressively 7 times. And we have people here and in this channel and other channels as well who says and repeated to say, oh, Nadal has had a much easier competition in winning his 14 French Open titles than what Federer and what Djokovic has had at hardcourts. If this was not enough, I'm coming with the final argument here. Are you ready? Are you ready, baby? Nadal has defeated Federer several times on Federer's best surface. 1 time, I'm talking about finals now, only finals. 1 time at the Australian Open final 2009, and 1 time at Wimbledon 2008. Even though Wimbledon is not a hardcourt surface, it's grass, but still. And he has done the same against the greatest hardcourt player of all time, Novak Djokovic. Nadal has defeated Novak Djokovic 2 bloody times at US Open, 2010 and 2013. Have Federer, have Djokovic ever defeated Rafael Nadal in a French Open final? Federer had 4 opportunities to defeat Rafael Nadal in a French Open final. He didn't even take him to 5 sets. He always lost in 3 sets or 4 sets. Dear Roger Federer, in those 4 French Open finals against Rafael Nadal. Djokovic, the same scenario for him as well. In 3 French Open finals against Rafael Nadal, he always lost in 3 sets or 4 sets. He never took Rafael Nadal to 5 sets in those 3 French Open finals against Rafael Nadal. I don't never want to hear anymore that Rafael Nadal has had an easier competition in winning his 14 French Open titles than what Djokovic has had and what Federer has had in winning those hardcourt Grand Slam titles at US Open and Australian Open. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, see you next time. Peace.